So when I think about Meet the Creator, it's a little bit problematic for me because whether or not I'm the creator of Reset is an open question. My feeling is that Reset created itself for me because I had gotten to a point in my life where I had learned everything I could about trust, and it was still trust, forgiveness, understanding. It was still this huge hall of mirrors that I was thrashing around trying to explain myself to myself. And so Reset arrived. I mean, it was kind of like life said, wow, okay, how about a hint? How about if I give you a hint? And so Reset arrived as this vision that I've told the story elsewhere, but it arrived as one disc that became two discs before my very eyes. These two discs can and have to, that all my life had been the same thing. And then actually making these discs so my body could hold these things. They weren't just words and ideas out in the ethers somewhere, but I could hold these two concepts in my hand and understand that I can do things and I don't have to, that there is choice. And that was a thing that before, maybe that was a concept, that was an idea, that was something, it wasn't a reality. And Reset made a bunch of my concepts a reality. And it gave my body a way to hold them and say, okay, if these are real, now I've got something I can explore. I've got something I can get my teeth into. Got something I can do. So to say that I created Reset, to me what that does is sort of implies that I had this vision of what Reset would be, and I would do these steps and get there, and it's so not what it was, because it was me first making these chips. My body couldn't stand to have the chips just be in my imaginations, and no, we got to have these chips, and then there are more chips, and then chips started sort of crawling up onto the table and saying, can I be here too? And it's been a fun process. And the thing about Reset having been created the way it was, I know that it will never be for other people what it was for me, because it's been the process for me of bringing possibility that I had off the table, bringing that possibility back onto the table. And the possibility reflected by the words that are used, those words mean different things for me than they do for anybody else. And so Reset will never be, there's just no doubt in my mind, Reset will never be for anybody else what it has been for me. It's been life, not just life-changing, life-saving for me. I've seen it be amazing for other people, but I also am very aware, just from what happens when I play it with other people, I become more and more aware how little I know and will ever know and ever be able to know what's inside that other person. I can wonder when we're done with the game and we're out of the you may not explain space, then I can ask. And I think one of my favorite, well, I have a few favorite things about Reset. One of them is the conversations that happen after the game is over. It's a completely different conversation. If I'm working with a team, like from building my website, when the team came into the room, there was a certain energy in the room. We played the game, and the energy was different. We were really a team. People in some way knew what they knew and owned what they knew and didn't need to own what they didn't know, and it was just beautiful. But I think the reason I really love Reset is because when I'm playing it with other people, the feeling that develops between me and the people I'm playing with is the feeling I want in my world. And Reset is the place. I was playing with a friend just a couple days ago, and I realized as we were playing it that what we were doing was creating a world that we could live in together. That was an amazing thought, that in playing this game we were creating a new world, and at the end of the game we could make a lot of choices about what of that we carried back into the current world with us. That felt really good. So mostly for me, Reset creates the world I want to live in, and I love playing it, and that's why I put it out there. And it's very exciting, it's very encouraging that other people love it too, even if they didn't. As my friend Will would say, you know what the thing about it is, I love it enough for both of us. And that's a real nice place to be, because I love Reset, and I get that there's no guarantee. There is no guarantee what it's going to do for anyone else. I won't even try to offer a guarantee, but what I do know from watching it is that the possibility of magic is on the table. Sometimes I get there, sometimes I don't. Sometimes other people get there, sometimes we don't, but it's a place where it's possible. And I love that. The other thing I love about it is that it creates a place where it shuts up the voices around me, it shuts up the voices inside of me. My feeling about it is that it creates a cone of silence where I can consider my world, but it's not just a cone of silence to the voices out here that would have all their opinions and thoughts and noise, but it's even the voices inside me that are not mine. So it creates this very quiet space where I can hear my own voice. And what I love is part of the reason I can hear my own voice is because it shuts me up too. It shuts up everybody, including me. And a lot of times that is what I have needed most, is to have a space where I don't have to speak. I can just be quiet too. So sitting here in this place is amazing, because by a fluke, I came to understand the Atwood Innovation Plaza was here in St. George. Apparently the only innovation center in the country that's open to the community. And from the day it came into my awareness, it has completely changed the game with Reset. It's brought in everything I needed that I had no idea how to even wonder what I needed. I did not know anywhere near enough to know what questions to ask or to wonder about. I mean, and this place, you know, it just, here it is. And it found me, I found it. And I'm getting such incredible support. This is magic. So it's like Reset is bringing real magic into my life in so many ways, on so many levels. So yeah, big, big, big gratitude to the Atwood Innovation Plaza and the people who made it happen here in St. George. We can do this. Sometimes I wonder, but when I sit here and I come out of my own internal darkness of looking at what seems to be true in the world, I get back in touch with, we can do this, we people. There's no guarantee that we will, but if we find our willingness together and wonder about each other and reach out and talk, and wonder and be quiet and listen. It happens. You can do it.